The scenery that was supposed to be in the oblivion of the past was revived in a dream. Spinach is a vegetable rich in iron. In markets with advanced commoditization, it is easy to get caught in price competition and hard to profit. Beautiful purple orchids are in full bloom quietly inside the greenhouse. I would be happy if you called me by my nickname. Invest with a focus on capital gains from price appreciation rather than dividend income. The sigmoid curve of an allosteric enzyme suggests cooperative binding. The Prime Minister visited various countries and issued a joint statement. It is a scenic drive course where the sea spreads on the left and mountains loom on the right. The country imposed heavy tributes, and the dissatisfaction of the people was growing. Fully ripe peaches are very juicy and have a sweet scent. A proposal to amend part of the Constitution was submitted. Knowing such an ending, he was deeply saddened. Plato's theory of forms explains the imperfection of the sensory world using the allegory of the cave. The all-night work was in vain, as the data had not been saved. Everyone has flaws, but it is important to acknowledge them. This juice does not use any artificial coloring. The suspect, who had been in hiding, was apprehended in front of the station. The craftsman skillfully carves fresh fish on the cutting board. As a child, I hated carrots and often left them uneaten. It is said that all life was born from the womb of the sea. The inscription on the old stone monument is weathered and hard to read. I placed a small potted plant at the entrance. I fixed my bedhead because there is a hair inspection. Analyze user attributes and adjust the advertisements. I go out to sea on a yacht on the weekends. It is darkest under the lamppost, and the glasses I was looking for were on top of my head. I am absorbed in plucking weeds in the garden. Receiving applause on stage made me feel the ultimate joy of being an actor. In the morning, the campsite at the foot of the mountain was shrouded in mist. She is interested in Japanese prosody and is reading and comparing haiku aloud. Everyone makes mistakes, but the attitude afterward is what matters. I watch anime from the morning on Saturdays. The strong sunlight reflects off the building windows and is dazzling. There is a column to enter your nationality on the immigration card. The cheerleading captain raised his voice and sent passionate cheers to the players on the field. In the myth of Sisyphus Camus, depicted a rebellion against the absurd fate of eternally pushing a boulder. This country has achieved remarkable economic development in recent years. Returns are accepted within 8 days of arrival, only if the item is unopened. In the mystery novel, the protagonist pursues the truth behind a brutal murder case. I reprinted the ancient documents and converted them into digital data. To learn the basics of finance, I categorized expenses using a household account book app. The expressions in this magazine were criticized for being too lewd. If personal relationships are too polarized, the team will split. Bacteria will quickly multiply in a humid bathroom unless it is cleaned frequently. I prefer greetings that convey closeness rather than just physical proximity. Compounds with a chiral center show different properties as optical isomers. Eat high-quality, soft-shell turtle dishes for nourishment and tonification. The examiner entered the classroom and began explaining the questions. Accepting the axiom of choice leads to a paradox where a sphere can be decomposed and reassembled into 2 spheres of the same original volume. Born into a family whose livelihood is traditional crafts, I have honed my skills since childhood. Marker expression on the cell surface was analyzed by flow cytometry. I measured the height of the shelf, and it was exactly 80 centimeters. His argument makes no sense at all. This cosmetic has a naturally derived scent and is not strong. The champion was defeated in a boxing match. After washing ashore on an uninhabited island, I thought of a way to start a fire. Several detached palaces that were once villas for the imperial family remain in Kyoto. The vassals serving the lord lined up in the garden and bowed their heads. The images captured by the space telescope are a marvel for humanity. Winning the crown of the world's best pianist takes no ordinary effort. I popped my ears to prevent pain while the airplane was descending. It is said that they encountered a robber on the street late at night. He finally achieved his long-held dream of publishing a book. Flexible thinking generates new ideas. He chose a quiet life over desiring honor. We learned about sine and cosine graphs in high school math. For my travel outfits, I prioritize ease of movement. The misery of the atomic bomb must be passed on to future generations. The sound of the night watchman's clappers echoed in the distance. The bicycle's saddle did not fit, and my crotch became sore. This event is held as a voluntary activity by students. She was chosen as a member of the Cultural Festival Executive Committee and is busy with preparations every day. Be careful when using scissors. I run a small cafe jointly with my older brother. It is 15 minutes on foot to the station. Unexpected good luck fell into my lap, and I won the lottery. It ended with a light injury, so a serious one was avoided. The expression of the box with metal inlay changes depending on how the light hits it. Press and hold the power button for a few seconds to initiate a reboot.